this timeline, to this reality. We are creating this.
Absolutely, we are creating this, but I don't say timelines because timelines, when we're thinking in this way, because we're thinking in an infinity way, not in a finite way. If we're thinking in a finite way, it means we're talking about history or in the education system or in science or medical field, all that stuff. That's finite, right? That's where we would say timelines and take time or to meet people, stuff like that. But if we're thinking in this way and expanding our thinking, only realities, because realities are infinite. So yes, we're creating this all ourselves. But I talked about in the last video. It's not just us creating in our little reality that changes, but it's also us creating in the external reality as well. And then within that external reality that we all share, it's based on what we said. So what she said, if you watch the video, how there was one subway on TikTok that was filled with all the military, and then there was another subway of the same background, and these people were just playing like an instrument, and then her and another person in that chat asked why, where's the military, and the other people were like, what's going on? So this is basically what's going on, and it's always been. That's another thing too. When people say the veil is thinning, no, our veil is thinning. We are realizing these things. It's always been this way. I personally, because of the way my energy works, I have, just like how my energy style is, I have seen all these things all the time, and they're realities. And I have dreams that are lucid dreams. I know exactly what's going on. I can do all these things in them. And they are always in different realities. And they're very clear. And I know because I'm in that reality. It's a combination of who I am here mixed with that reality knowledge. I know what's going on. And so from those experiences, I know that this is true from my experiences. And it's a bit more, it's different when someone has a personal experience, and only that will make sense to that person. So if I were to go into detail about those, people are going to be like, what's going on? And the same thing when someone has passed away, people are going to be like, what's going on? Same thing with me. There's been many passing away situations for me. And it's every single time, and it's complicated because we think it's just us and we don't realize how many of us there are. And it's not just us on earth, it's not just us in different time periods, which is another dimension. There's so many other versions of us, and then we're also in this dimension, which is an overall dimension, and is complicated, right? See, and when I say complicated, it always means that it's different per person. It's not a one size fits all, but this is close. And so yeah, that's the main takeaway from this video. If you want to just, if it was too intense, is that we all work together to create the external reality that you see. That's why people, I said in the last video, that's why people always ask, okay, well, when I was a child and those things were happening, like my parents were hurting me, or they say, like, abuse or things like that, how could I was a kid, how could I have made that happen? You didn't. The collective reality did. And so your personal, how you feel is what you create later, not the kid. The kid is a different thing, but we're not going to go there. If you do want to, I specialize this and we can talk about it in session. But what the takeaway, like I said, is that's the takeaway. And also that these realities, all these different realities, they're not being unveiled. We are being unveiled. We are the disclosure. We are when we say things are a distraction, we are being distracted from going and learning about ourselves deep, working on our healing ourselves so that we can reach those deep depths. That is what we're being distracted from. If we keep being obsessed with all the stuff outside that doesn't inform us about inside, that's a distraction. That is the distraction. But anyway, yeah, her videos is really interesting, and I recommend listening to it because all of people's experiences that they say are incredibly interesting to listen to. But always keep in mind that yes, their experiences are interesting, but you can have your own interesting experiences too. It's not just that these people only have one and they're, this and that. And, I remember in the 90s, they were obsessed with talking about afterlife things and stuff like that. I have these kind of things all the time without an afterlife stuff. Like, it's not afterlife because it's not afterlife, right? That's a distribution, right? What it is you are seeing things that normally people don't help you learn how to explore. So you get the opportunity to explore. That's what those experiences, if you read them, every single time I've read them, I've had all of those experiences and I haven't had that situation. So, but anyway, so have a look at those kind of things, watch the videos, encourage people who are expressing themselves about their experiences. We need more of this. Thank you for that video.